Hey GameLeap YouTube, what is up guys? It is your boy Speed here, and today we are going to be learning about Lion. So this is for all you support players out there. This is one of those heroes that is so often picked, and yet is just played so bad. There are so many things that need to be fixed about Lion, and I'm here today to save all of you Lion players. This is actually one of my favorite support heroes. I know, believe it or not, even though I hate on Lion all the time, and I generally criticize this hero for being mildly useless in a large majority of games, his win rate is fine. You just have to know how to play him properly. How do you play Lion properly? I'll be giving you every tip and trick that I know that I got down in my little book of Lion notes here today. And let's start the video by playing a mini game. And without further ado, let's get into it. And of course, sign up to the GameLeap website, 50% off right now to get some of the best content. It is a limited time offer, so if you don't get it now, you may never get a 50% off deal. That's half, right guys? That's pretty quick math. By the way, I post every single day. You guys probably know that by now, a lot of you, but if you're new here, welcome. If you don't know about the GameLeap website, all the content we post is not here on YouTube. A lot of it is also over on the website, and it is new, exclusive content on very cool topics. A lot of things that I know will apply to you guys. I've listed some awesome videos recently that we're making. I also just made a full Medusa course. I mean, there's so many things coming to the website that I'm excited to share with you. So for 50% off, click the link down below right now. Go sign up. And I hope to see you guys there, because I really do believe if you click that link and sign up, you're going to learn so much and gain MMR very quickly. Now, let's get into the video. We are currently 1 second into the game here, okay? 1 second into the game, we're watching Sineko. And just to start things off, guys, Sineko is a position 5 only player, position 5 only, and he is rank 38. And I will have support players come to me and say, "Oh, I can't gain rank because of my course feeding, and I can't have enough impact." Yeah, you can't have enough impact because you suck. You get the point, right? But nonetheless, we're going to be watching Sineko. He is like one of the best mechanically skilled position 5 players in the game, in my opinion. I mean, his line is incredible. He's actually known for his line. When he was on Na'Vi, I feel like they picked it a lot, if I'm not mistaken. But let's get into his line. So first things first, you see his items, guys? You notice how they let you trade? These are what we like to call right-click items. He doesn't have boots or windlace. Now, can boots and windlace be okay? Yeah, in very specific lanes where you feel like, you can't trade at all, buying movement speed is good because it lets you avoid trading. But if you think you can trade and it's going to be somewhat of an aggressive lane, I actually recommend going these items so that you can continue to sustain in a right-click relatively hard. And now, the minigame that we're going to be playing is as follows. We are going to be counting how many times Sineko casts a stun in the first 3 minutes into the game. And then we're going to go watch a Crusader game and see how often they stun. We're going to count it up. And then we're going to see, why is Sineko more impactful than the Crusader player? Now, there's obviously a lot of small things, not just how many times they stun, but how many times you stun is like the biggest thing that I noticed that players just do abhorrently wrong. Alright, so skipping ahead here, he didn't stun too early on, but the Void Spirit is actually going to go for a creep cut, and he instantly stuns him, stunning the ground, right? Getting a bit of damage in. Nothing crazy, just a bit of damage in. Gonna continue to right-click him, right? Chasing him down. Actually tries to drag this camp over. Very nice. Stuns again. 2 stuns. We're a minute in, 2 stuns. Eats a tango. Very nice. Not the best of trade, but, he's just trying to disrupt the pull. Alright, minute 23 in here. You guys think he's gonna stun again? I don't know. For some reason, I feel like he might stun again. Oh, he stunned again. Alright. 3 stuns in a minute and 30 seconds. Stun coming up in 2 seconds. Will he use it? Oh, no way. He stunned again. 4 stuns in 2 minutes. Alright. 5 stuns. 2 minutes in. 6 stuns. Will it end? Will it end? 7! And this is what I mean, guys. You can basically already get the point of what I'm trying to do here without me even showing you the Crusader game, because I know for a fact for all you Lion players, you are watching this right now and you are nervous that if I was to watch your Lion game, you wouldn't stun nearly this much. You wouldn't. And even if you do, it's because you're going to watch this video, you're going to do it, then you're going to see me a replay on Discord being like, Speed, I swear I stunned. Alright, you get the point though. It's been 3 minutes and 30 seconds and he stunned 8 times. Now let's get into the Crusader game. Alright, here we go. Crusader game. He has boots. Honestly, it's okay here. Like, just being straightforward, I actually think it's okay. Reason being is, if he actually plays this lane properly, I hope this guy's not some sort of smurf. Alright, he probably isn't. He probably isn't. But the reason why I actually kind of like the boots here, for everyone who's curious, he's laning against Jakiro, and no matter how, stat efficient his items were, trading into Jakiro's line is very, very difficult. Not impossible, you can outplay them, but it's very, very difficult. And so I actually kind of like the idea of boots. He can even drag waves with these boots, but 1 second in here, he goes for a nice stun. Hits a 2-man stun, great. 1 stun. 2 stuns, actually landing 2 2-man stuns. All right, this guy's a beast. Jesus! Everyone in the Crusader bracket is actually the GOAT. Okay, never mind, this Jakiro's trash. Alright, I'm actually curious to see whether or not he'll keep it up, because that really is the question here, guys. Will he keep it up or not? Because Dota's all about consistency. You might say, oh, Speedy's stunned twice in a row. Yeah, I just want to see if he keeps it up. Right? Because right here, they should go on the Spectre. Especially if they think that Jakiro went back to base. Okay, he didn't. But let's say they think that Jakiro's low on mana or low on health. They could just throw 2 stunts at the Spectre. They don't have to kill him. They could just stun him twice. Alright, he really needs to buy some more regen. Oh my... Dude, you have no tangos. You need to buy some tangos. He bought a windlace. At least buy the ring thingy. But whatever, okay. Minute 30 in here. Oh! Hey. I'm still gonna give him the point. Honestly, this is better than what I expected. But minute 30 in here, sure, he missed a stun, but that's 3. Okay, 3 stunts. Going for the mana drain. A little sucky. He could stun the ground here. He's looking for it. 4 stuns. Nice! Honestly, this is pretty good. All in all, I am actually genuinely surprised by this player, and I will go to say that the reason why they're currently winning the lane in such an unfavorable matchup is for how often he's stunning. And I do just want to use this as a time to promote the GameLeap website. Guys, this line is actually a proud member of... I'm kidding, but yeah, go sign up. It's 50% off. Nonetheless, I am genuinely surprised by this. My whole video idea has completely gone out the window. I am completely wrong. Crusader players are completely held back by their carries. The only reason why this line is not already Immortal 300 is purely because of his Wraith King's performance this game, even though I actually think he wins. Yeah, they stomp. This is why they stomp. My boy Lion popping off. But all in all, I've been proven wrong. This player did stun a lot, and it just goes to show that this is why they're doing well in the lane right now. This is why this guy is top net worth and this guy is 900 net worth. So keep this in mind, even though my point completely went out the window. Do keep this in mind. The reason why Suneko did well in his lane, and, you know, what is this, less than T, I'm gonna get made fun of. They're both winning their lane because they're stunning a lot. Alright, so now going back to the Suneko replay, let's talk about, you know, hitting your spikes. So early on into the game, really what you're looking to do in the laning stage is, you know, just stun a lot, as I was talking about. Also, after you've casted all your mana, you typically want to pull, because when you stun a lot, you're going to push a lane, then you pull it back. But nonetheless, getting into the mid game here, you're going to see a couple of item things I want to talk about. Very important. Good Lion players understand that this hero dies fast. Actually, everyone understands that. But it's really important to play around it. So you can see that his items here are composed of items that keep him alive. So what are things in Dota that keep you alive? Resistances, which is raindrops in this case, Wand, because Wand is just a broken item, and movement speed. Right, movement speed keeps you alive, which people don't realize, which is why Trinkles are so important. Not only do they keep you alive against the likes of a Snapfire and a Jakiro, they also allow you to just be on the map constantly. For Lion, it's a broken item, so make sure you rush them. Nonetheless, the most important thing of this entire game is right here. And this is the biggest understanding that you need to have on Lion and abuse every single game. If you do not abuse this instantly, you are a bad Lion player, period. He hits level 6 with his tome. What does he ship out? 2 wards and a smoke with the tome. If you do not buy these items when you hit level 6 on your tome timing, which is like most games for Lion, you're horrible at Lion. I mean that. And I'm just being harsh here. Obviously, maybe you're not horrible. But I'm being harsh here just to really get the point across that right away he just smokes at this Tusk. Alright? Just picks one teammate and smokes. And that's exactly what you need to do. Every single game you play Lion. Could you smoke with 3 heroes, 4 heroes? Sure, but just smoke with some combination of hero that lets you get a kill. He could smoke with Ricky, he could smoke with Phoenix. Tusk is obviously, in my opinion, the best because Tusk isn't going to farm and Tusk also bursts, you know, does burst damage. So all in all, I love this smoke gank the most out of all of his options, and he's going to pick up a quick kill. And this is the value on Lion. Now, in this case, they wanted to gank the Drow. They were going bottom to gank the Drow, which I like the most. Drow is a very gankable hero for Lion. She has a low HP pool. All you got to do is smoke behind her, and you should kill her, right? You know, this guy ends up bumping into them, which I think he actually was doing on purpose. I genuinely believe that that guy was actually trying to break the gank. But nonetheless, he gets a quick kill, and yeah, that's just what you have to do. You have to instantly build your stacks up. If a finger is not being used nearly off cooldown, it's being used wrong. And try not to chaos with it, right? Before I move into the next clip, guys, please do not finger people when they are 100 HP, surrounded by your entire team and guaranteed dead. Do not finger them. Finger should not be used in the early game to build up bonus damage. As tempting as it is to try to have up like 5 stacks before you hit level 18, it's not good. The value in this spell is the fact that it is the highest damage nuke, like burst damage nuke in the entire game at level 1. You know, not in terms of overall damage, but in terms of, you know, one shot. So just use it for that reason, not stacking finger damage. Now, in this game in particular, I don't think he feels pressure to do very much. In fact, he's defensively warding quite heavily. You can see he's put up a ward right here. He has a ward right here. And he's been just warding semi-defensively the entire game. I think they're just very comfortable in this current place to let the Morphling hit a lot of creeps. It's a very good Morphling game, I would say. Moving on from that, though, let's look at a bit of spell casting in this upcoming fight. So as they go in here, his Riki ends up getting gone on. Good positioning from him allows the Riki to have a nice little Blink Strike target. He gets out, the Ember Spirit Remnants in, and he leads with the stun. And what I like that he's doing here is he's really playing max range, right? He's playing max range. Because Lion is not like a hero like Ogre Magi, right? Lion does not want to die for his team. Can you die for your team and force the enemy team to overextend? Yeah, you could. That always is an option on any hero in Dota. But for the most part, when you're playing Lion, you want to stay on the edge of the fight. So he max range stuns here. For everyone who plays Lion and doesn't know, you do not have to point click the stun. It actually goes further than the targeted stun. So if you don't target it and you just click the ground, you can hit people from further away, believe it or not. And so that's what he does here, right? Hits this guy from pretty far away, finishes it up with the Hex perfectly stacked, right? Which allows this Morphling to just barely get the kill. Very clean fight. After that, he's going to go for mana drain, right? Not overextending. It's just a Jakiro. Jakiro's not going to solo kill him. But he's not running in, right? Doesn't run past the Drow. Always playing around the outside of the fight. And by the way, guys, he instantly bought another smoke from the last one. Just thought it's very important to know, right? Right away, he bought another smoke. And after everything was said and done, he actually goes top alone to prep some wards. And I love this play so much. I wish support players were more inclined to do this or did this more consistently. But there was just a fight mid and the enemy team is bottom. And so him warding top, this is the best opportunity for him to do it. Obviously, his team is going to want to farm top at some point. Even he can farm top, right? And that's what we'll be seeing. So he's going to put down a sentry, check the area, see if they scouted him out. He assumes that they have not. And that's going to be a very hard ward to deward. It's a very common ward, so it's not like impossible to deward, but just because of the fact that he warded it, when his team was across the map, is going to make it a less suspicious ward. And then right after that, he's going to hit some creeps, which is great. The reason why I like this is because he doesn't have finger. And this is a big lesson I want to teach to a lot of support players, and I've actually been teaching this to some support players recently through coaching. It's okay to farm as a support. It's just not good to farm as a support when you have your timing. So really what I'd like to see from Seneko here is once he has finger, to instantly look for another smoke gank, right? It doesn't have to be exactly when it comes off cooldown, right? He can finish out the creep wave, it's fine. He can look for a good opportunity, but you can see him pinging bottom, right? He's like, hey guys, I have finger, I want to go kill them, right? Still pushing in top though, right? Remember, you do not have to just TP in immediately. You just want to TP in eventually. You do want to fight with your finger, and this is exactly what we'll see. Split pushing, a lot of split pushing. Unfortunately, his team does end up going down, but once he has his finger, he's going to look for a fight. Okay, this is my favorite play of the game, guys, and for all you Position 5 players, I can't stress how important this is, especially if you're playing Lion. Your hero relies, and I really do mean this, he relies on just getting people to do things in the spur of the moment. You cannot wait, for people to group up with you. Just walk up to them and smoke them. So first things first, I just want to cover this. He actually is doing kind of a weird build. I think the reason for this is, Earth Spike doesn't go down in cooldown, so maxing it it's good for the stun duration, but he apparently thinks that level 3 is good enough. Then at level 7, he took a second point of mana drain. After all, it doubles in mana per second, so it makes it a much more efficient spell, and then after that, he seemingly is going to be maxing Hex, so it makes sense. But the most important play is right here. His Morphling pushes out the mid wave, pops his shovel, and just clicks the smoke. He clicks it, and I want to ask you guys a question. Does Morphling know where he wants to go immediately? Did he preemptively, call this 20 seconds, 30 seconds ago? No. He walked up to the Morphling, popped the smoke, and pinged top. That's it. And people will follow. They will. It's not that it will always work out, but they'll follow. And that's exactly what they're looking for. Going deep here, puts down a deep low ward, they get a nice pick off. And you see how he didn't use his finger, guys? Be honest, how many of you would have fingered that guy there? How many of you would have fingered him? How many? Almost all of you. I know it for a fact because I've watched a lot of Line. I know for a fact most of you would have fingered there. And they can instantly call Roshan. This is why this guy is ranked 34. This is the most clean gameplay I've seen in a while from like a 5 player, from like pubs, It is so clean. Smoke gank with his Morphling, does not hesitate, just uses it on him, calls for the Snapfire kill, so he reads the Snapfire's movement, gets the kill, calls Roshan, and gets his team to, force a fight at Rosh as well, which is obviously good. The enemy team does not have their Snapfire, they have a Tusk with Medallion. It all makes sense. Even if the enemy team did want to fight here, even if they did want to fight here, they're going to have to fight with no Snapfire, at least for the beginning of it, which is obviously not good for them, and they take Roshan. 16 minutes into the game. Most players don't do anything 16 minutes in, right? And that just goes to show, you know, the importance of shot calling and why as a support, if you are good at this game, you can have so much impact. The next thing I'd like to discuss is his item build and his talents. So first things first, he rushes a Glimmer. Very good Glimmer game. It helps him save people who are getting gone on by Ember. If the Void Spirit tries to solo kill him, he can live. Cloak is just an incredible build-up. And Snapfire, most importantly, can solo kill him if he buys a Blink and he gets caught out. So all in all, I'm not a huge fan of buying Blink on Lion. Most of the time, people just instantly kill themselves when they buy Blink. So either go Aether Lens or Glimmer. If you want, you know, some sort of initiation or ability to just stay in the back, then buy Aether. If you want to stay alive and keep your team alive, then buy Glimmer. These are, in my opinion, the best two options. All right, I love this next play, guys. This next play is so... I don't know, it's like alpha. I don't even know what the word is. But look at this. So Snorfling gets solo killed, right? Like, really bad for them. What does he do? Does he panic and stay around? Hell nah. Instantly TV's top. Like, my man is like, guys, I'm not going to wait for you guys to split push. Because what should you do when your team has a bad fight in any position in Dota? You should always instantly split the map, right? Because that's how you get farm. It's how you prevent pushes. It's how you delay pushes. It's always the best way to go. So he instantly TP's top. My man is jungling. But it's all about that little bit of efficiency, right? Little bit of efficiency, pushes the wave in, and, you know, prevents the enemy team from instantly pushing. All right, this next fight is honestly perfect. Like, guys, everything he does here, and I'm going to end the video here, but everything he does here is perfect. It's genuinely, like, I don't think he could have played this fight much better. So first things first, you see how he's pinging the hill? This is a really important concept in Dota, guys. Hold hills. It allows you to burst targets, and that's everything in mid to late game fights. Vision and target priority. If you can target the right people and, you know, get the jump, that's most of these fights. Obviously, spell casting is the second half, but he's just pinging this hill. He's like spamming his team to get to this hill. He wants to hold the hill. He has a ward and a sentry on it, and he understands in the nighttime, if you can play around one of your wards, that is the biggest advantage you can possibly have. Not net worth, not items, not aegis, vision. That is the biggest advantage in Dota. And so right here, he's pinging for his team to go up the high ground. The Drow ends up coming up the hill. I guess they see the Riki. So, you know, Drow's trying to kill the Riki. He doesn't go on Drow. Why? Because Drow will just kite him. He can't burst the Drow as well. His team is just not close enough. He'll bait his team into a bad fight. Morphling and Phoenix are not here. So first things first, great decision right there. I think a lot of players would have tried to hex the Drow, but there's just not enough follow-up. Him and the Tusk probably couldn't kill her. So I love the fact that he doesn't overextend on her. He pings, he's like, kite them in, kite them in, kite them in. He's trying to get them to run into him, right? Because if he chases, he'll instantly die and he'll just be completely useless. So let's look at how he approaches this fight. Goes in, the enemy team clearly sees them for some reason. He leads with the Hex, right? Always lead with Hex against mobile heroes. Void Spirit, a lot of ways to disengage, does not want to miss an Earth Spike. So he leads with Hex, kites out, right? Instantly runs away, doesn't Earth Spike, doesn't Finger, doesn't Mana Drain, runs away. He runs away, he needs to kite out, right? So he's going to kite out here. Then he goes for stun onto the Ember, just barely clips him, very nice, and continues to run. Pops his wand, pops his Glimmer. Then what is the next thing he's going to do? I think a lot of people would do nothing, right? Why would they do nothing? Because you're not going to Mana Drain here, probably. Maybe you could Mana Drain this Ember. The guy's very low on mana. That's pretty reasonable, actually. He could Mana Drain him. But what should he do? He should just use the Finger. I cannot stress this enough. If you are close to dying, do not save it to finish someone off. Just use it. This allows the Riki to kill the Drow much faster than he would have originally been able to, right? And because of that, now the Riki can, you know, go on to the Jakiro. Then after the Jakiro, he can pick whatever target he needs to go on next, so on and so on. And that was a perfectly, and I really mean that, a perfectly played fight by Snako. I think a lot of players don't, you know, acknowledge how important positioning is on fives. And because he didn't overextend, because he baited the enemy team in and wasted the Void Spirit's time and the Ember Spirit's time, his team was just free to do whatever they want. And the Drow died much faster than I think she would in most games, because he got off a really nice Finger. Alright, and that's going to be all for today's video. This game does end up going for about 10 more minutes. I recommend if you want to watch it, just go on Dota 2 Pro Tracker. Just type in Lion. It should be there. And yeah, they pop a smoke out of Roche, and they're going to go for a gank. Very nice. Gotta love it. He's just always making the calls. And this is why he's so good. I really do believe that, you know, he's such a talented 5 player. He does seem like he gets pretty angry, but he's always setting up plays. And good plays at that. And that just is what makes you a good 5. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and peace. Before you leave, just want to say a quick message. If you're trying to get better at Dota or you just enjoyed that video, I know this is pretty general, and you're going to hear this quite a bit from me, but I recommend you sign up to GameLeap.com. Why? Because I put a lot of effort into the content over there, and generally the effort I do there is different from the content you're going to see here on YouTube. It is different. In fact, I usually go a lot more in depth on topics or into niche topics that help you get to the next level even faster. Because on YouTube, I often have to keep it more mainstream. And that's even why I'm putting it at the end of this YouTube video. That's why this is at the end, because a lot of people just watch 5 minutes, they skip through just for like the dopamine spike. But if you are interested in actually getting better at Dota, I recommend you go to the description down below, get your discount right now by clicking the link, sign up, use the discount code that you're going to see there, and I hope to see you there right now. So click it, and yeah, thanks for watching.